Give me a few minutes and I'll show you a clean, rules-based way to use projected price action without guessing or overconfidence. We'll use price action color forecast to map potential future movement, then filter those projections using trend, momentum, and volume so we only act when conditions are aligned. The goal here is not prediction, it's confirmation. I'm demonstrating on a standard chart, but this workflow applies to any liquid market and any time frame. Risk to reward is fixed at 1 to 1.5, so results stay consistent and easy to review. I'll add the tools, lock the settings, walk through a long checklist with a live style example, then the short checklist with an example, and finish with a clear recap you can follow step by step. Before we start, keep your chart clean and your mindset strict. Forecasts are useless without filters. Rules come first. While you're watching this, Supernova AI bot is already trading, managing risk, and generating passive profit 24/5 on full autopilot. No experience needed, MyFX book verified, up to 15% monthly returns. Don't fall behind. Get Supernova now. Link in the description. Okay, back to the chart. Add indicators. Open indicators on TradingView. Add price action color forecast by Jamin. Add moving average, built in under technicals. Add volume fight by Shadow Club. Add Parabolic SAR by Everget. 4 tools, 4 jobs. Price action color forecast projects potential movement. The moving average defines regime. Parabolic SAR gives the execution trigger. And volume fight confirms participation. Indicator settings. Price action color forecast. Open settings. Candle series controls how many candles are used to find similar historical patterns. Forecast candles controls how far the projection extends into the future. Leave these at default while learning. Enable the display of the matched historical event so you can visually verify what the indicator is comparing. Reading rule. The projected path is context, not a signal. We only care if the forecast supports our trade plan without violating risk. Moving average. Open settings and set length to 200. Change the color so it stands out clearly. Reading rule. Price above the 200 moving average means bullish regime. Price below means bearish regime. We only trade in the direction of the regime. Volume fight. Open settings. Set search range to 30 and smoothing for flat zones to 5. Reading rule. Green bars above 0 indicate bullish participation. Red bars below 0 indicate bearish participation. Flat or weak readings mean stand aside. Parabolic SAR. Open style settings and disable unnecessary visuals so only buy and sell labels remain. Reading rule. Buy label means bullish trigger. Sell label means bearish trigger. This is timing, not confirmation. Execution rules for all trades. Act only on closed candles and execute on the next candle open. Stops go beyond recent structure, below the most recent meaningful swing low for longs and above the most recent meaningful swing high for shorts. Take profit is always set at 1.5 times the initial risk. If any filter is missing at the close, skip the trade. No exceptions. Forecasts do not override rules. Rules override forecasts. Long setup checklist. First, regime. Prices trading above the 200 moving average. Second, trigger. Parabolic SAR prints a buy on a closed candle. Third, participation. On that same candle, volume fight is green and above the 0 line. Fourth, projection. Price action color forecast projects a move that reaches the take profit level without touching the stop loss level. When all 4 are true at the close, buy the next open. Place the stop below the recent swing low. Set take profit at 1 to 1.5. If the projection violates risk at any point, skip it, even if everything else looks perfect. Long example. Price holds above the 200 moving average and consolidates. Parabolic SAR prints a buy. Volume Fight confirms with a strong green bar above zero. We then activate the price action color forecast and see the projected path clearing our target without touching the stop. All boxes are checked on the close. We enter on the next open, place the stop below the pullback structure, not a minor wick, and set a fixed 1 to 1.5 target. The trade plays out as expected. Controlled movement, follow through, and take profit. If the projection had clipped the stop before target, this trade would be invalid. No debate. Short setup checklist. First, regime. Price is trading below the 200 moving average. Second, trigger. Parabolic SAR prints a sell on a closed candle. Third, participation. On that same candle, volume fight is red and below the zero line. Fourth, projection. Price action color forecast projects a move that reaches the take profit level without touching the stop loss. When all four align at the close, sell the next open. Place the stop above the recent swing high. Target 1 to 1.5. Any hesitation in volume or a forecast that violates risk means no trade. Short example. Price remains below the 200 moving average after a corrective bounce. Parabolic SAR prints a sell. Volume Fight confirms bearish participation. The forecast projects continuation lower that clears our target without invalidating risk. We enter on the next open, stop above structure, target fixed at 1 to 1.5. Either the move continues cleanly or the stop is hit. Both outcomes are acceptable. The edge comes from execution, not prediction. Tips and finer points. Do not treat the forecast as a promise. Treat it as a risk filter. If the projection disagrees with your trade plan, you skip the trade. Avoid taking setups during major session opens unless volume is clearly confirmed. Do not adjust targets to fit projections. Keep risk fixed and log every qualified and unqualified setup for review. Final recap. Regime comes from the 200 moving average. Timing comes from Parabolic SAR. Participation comes from Volume Fight. Context comes from Price Action Color Forecast. Confirm on the close, enter on the next open, stop beyond structure, target 1 to 1.5. If any box is unchecked, there is no trade. Trade the rules, not the forecast, and let disciplined execution, not prediction, drive results.